Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ryan, and welcome to another Quarren stream. We are online. That's right. Sort of decided on this one at the last minute, so I apologize if this came as a surprise to anybody that this was happening, but this is it. So tonight, we're going to be streaming the absolute classic Super Castlevania IV for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This is one that came requested specifically from my number one fan, my beautiful wife, LA Dead Red. We don't have anybody in the chat yet, but that's okay. We're going to get him in the chat. And I'm going to let this incredible intro play and talk a little bit about Caslevania, which is definitely one of my favorite games, or favorite game series of all times. It's had a lot of ups and downs, but, the first game that I really got into, I think, unusually, was Castlevania II. That was a game that I played a lot as a kid, and I really liked it, even though it's seen by a lot of people as being like the worst of the sort of earlier Castlevanias, but I always really liked it, and it's kind of started a love affair that has continued on ever since. Hold on, I'm getting a message here. So as you can see here, this is a, kind of a backstory of what's been going on within the series. The Belmont clan has been fighting the forces of darkness for some time, and this game is no exception. This game is really sort of an inflection point. It's not quite as advanced as the sort of magnum opus of Symphony of the Night was, but you can start to see some of the things that Symphony of the Night would bring in, and then of course the great games on GBA and DS and stuff like that. But this was still kind of rooted in the classic Castlevania games. It shares a lot even with the first Castlevania in terms of like the structures of the levels and the kind of power-ups and stuff like that. Once again, I'm going to be playing a game that I historically have struggled with, so hopefully these Quarren streams are not going to turn into Quarren struggles, but I'm going to give it my best, and we're going to start here. So the reason that this was called Super Castlevania, Rob Smash is in the chat right now. Big ups to Rob. Thanks for that question. Is because it came out on the Super Nintendo, and so everything on the Super Nintendo was kind of called the Super something or other. You had like Super Star Wars and Super Empire Strikes Back. You had all kinds of sports games that had Super in the title. And that was just kind of like a branding thing. I mean, technically, this is just Castlevania 4, but, it's on the Super Nintendo, so it's the superest Castlevania 4 that there could be. So we're gonna give it a try. Let's get this thing going. What do you say? I don't know. I'm not gonna do a bunch of shout outs. I really put everybody through it. In the last stream, I made everybody sit through like 20 minutes of the start screen, and I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to try to get into some gameplay and have a good time. I had kind of a rough quarantine day today, and so I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream, but, LA Dead Red was like, you got to do it. You got to get out there. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm bringing the content to you, so that you can enjoy some classic SNES goodness. What did they call it in Japan? That is a great question. In Japan, it was called. Losing my. All right, I'm going to turn that off. In Japan, is it called Castle Dracula? I think it's like Aku Maju Dracula or whatever. Again, I don't speak Japanese, so that's definitely not how it's pronounced or whatever. But I think it's called something like that, the Castle of Dracula or something like that. Ah. Brian, I didn't give you a shout out yet, but you're getting one now. Brian Motes, my buddy from high school, everybody. You know? Who'd have thought 30 years from then we'd be streaming as the virus lockdown happened, you know? I didn't think that, but that's what's happening, you know? Brian, thank you for joining in tonight. Hopefully it's not a decision that you regret, but feel free to tell your buddies and, let's get this community going. All right. I'm going to take my hoodie off to reveal my gaming shirt of the night. This is, it's important. Streamers take their shirts off, right? That's like how you get more followers and stuff like that. This is a sweet shirt that LA Dead Red got me at the Nintendo World Store in New York. It's got, Metroid character on it, and it says, "This is how I roll," with I think it's called the Morph Ball. I don't know. Not actually a big Nintendo fan, but you gotta wear a shirt that says, "This is how I roll," with the Morph Ball. So that's what I'm doing. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Super Castlevania IV. An ultimate classic, really a good one, and I'm playing on the Wii tonight because I did used to have a copy of it, but I sold a bunch of my old games when I moved to Canada, and this was one of the ones that I did not keep, but I did have it, on the Virtual Console, so now we're going to get to enjoy it. So we're going to play as Teknohed, of course. Look at that. Some of those Mode 7 graphics, you got some transparency, you got some background scrolling at different levels. I mean, that's pretty impressive. You got to admit. Even I got to admit, So this is like the wimpiest this is the wimpiest whip you can have, and I'm probably going to spend a lot of time with that because when you die, you go back to the wimpy whip. But then you can pick up this more badass whip, and I think before we go into the castle, we'll pick up the ultimate of whippery badass. And this is still in the days when you had to press up on the stairs to go up and down, and then once you're on, you're kind of stuck. You can't jump. Oh, I guess you can jump. Oh, hold on, what did I do there? So I'm on. I'm going up and down. When I press down and jump. All right, if you press down and jump, you can jump, but I don't want to do that because sometimes you'll be over a nice bottomless pit and you'll fall in. And I'm sure that I will get hit many times by enemies because I'm trying to jump off something and I can't. And a lot of parallax in this game. That's right, Rob. That was a real, kind of inflection point of this particular set of consoles, like the Genesis and the SNES and stuff, was that they could do more multi-layered background scrolling, which gives you kind of more of a 3D sensation. In this game, unlike any other or many other games in the of the era, picking up hearts does not actually give you health. It's a way to fill up your special weapon. Right now I have the dagger equipped, and you can fire the dagger by pressing the right shoulder button. And so basically this is it. We're about to hear one of the classic ultimate Castlevania tunes right now. I don't know if this is Bloody Tears or whatever. I can't remember all the names, but some stone cold classics in this game. Yeah, I think we're coming up. There's a chicken in the wall at the end of this section here, so we're definitely gonna grab the chicken. We're gonna try to eat as many wall chickens as we can. And see, this was a big deal too. You could you'd come to this bottomless pit. If you jump there, you'd fall in. And so you could go behind, and that was like, wow, you can go behind the scenery. Look at this, like just how expansive is this world, you know? There's so many things to discover, you know? Can't leave, but there it is, you know? That's pretty sweet. Pretty good organ sounds. Now, the Super Nintendo sound chip was a sample-based sound chip, so these are not being synthesized the way that music would be synthesized on like the Genesis or something like that. These aren't chiptunes. They are just collections of sampled instruments, and in this case they're playing some sweet organ tunes and kind of assembled, you know, similar to how somebody might assemble something on a sampler nowadays. But you know, that's why a lot of Super Nintendo games have kind of like drum sounds. If you can think of like the bongos in let me get this thing. Like the bongos in Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that. And the reason those bongos sounded so good is because they're just a sample of bongos. Oh, I found a candle chicken piece. A nice chicken leg in a candle. These levels are timed, so I can't be messing around too much. Damn it, that guy hit me. Alright. Another classic enemy, these skeleton statue things. And the sort of boomerang cross. That's another real iconic weapon of the Caslevania series. Let's give it a throw, you know? And you can see that when I throw it, it consumes a few of my hearts, so those I'll have to replenish. Get this bone guy. Okay, got him. I think there's a turkey here. Yes. Let's duck that. Okay. Okay, let's hit this guy. Now this is these jumps. They're very precise. Like you have almost exactly the right amount of pixels to make those jumps. And in later levels, it's very annoying because a lot of the caverns and chasms you're jumping over you just have to be totally perfect. And there's a lot of enemies that will come from off screen and whack you. And it's kind of shitty. But that's how it was back then, when we were kids. That's the kind of stuff we liked. We liked whacking stuff and finding stuff. Dang, all right. Oh! I got distracted by looking at chat for a minute. What can I don't really want that. I like the boomerang thing, but yeah, I got him. Oh, I think. No? Alright. I'm very excited to find a wall turkey, I don't know if I will. God, that is just a good song, everybody knows that. I'm really kind of running out the clock here, though. Maybe I should... Oh, okay, so here's another thing. There's these, swinging things, which are kind of cool. They use, mode 7 to make it look like you're swinging around. But they can also be annoying because if you don't hit them right, you will die. Like here. Okay. That was a pretty good execution of those. Only 55 seconds left. I'm really taking my sweet time. God, it has to be timed too? Come on. Yes. We got a chicken piece. I didn't know they could jump down, those little jerks. Right, I'm getting worried about the time, so I'm just going to try to hustle here. Oh, God. Okay, yep. Taking some damage. Look at that. Alright, 20 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, horse heads. I might just die anyway. Yeah. Oh, boy. Ah, boy. All right, see what I meant about, like, you know, having the bad whip a lot? I don't know if I can hit those things before they hit me. Is that a bad idea? I don't know. What do you think those are? Is that like a bunch of snakes? What are those? Like some up, straight up. Oh yeah, here we go. The big old whip. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it, eh? I got you, horsehead. What? Come on. Cheap. God, I never would have made it in 20 seconds. What are you talking about? Ooh. Was that it? I think that was a chicken piece. Pretty excited about that. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. They respawn? Are you kidding me? And I got these horse heads to contend with? That's classic game design for you right there, you know, respawning enemies. Well, I like this. There's like this ghost horse in the background of this scene. I've always liked that spooky ghost in the background. Oh yeah, this sucks. So these like kind of planks will fall and then you'll die. You'll just die. You know? You don't go down to a lower level like in you know, Splatterhouse. No, you're just dead. You know, sorry, noob. You know, get good. Jesus. Jiminy Christmas. Oh, boy. Of course. Okay, I got that. And these things are just on a dumb parabola. Oop. Aha. Still in level 1, everybody. I was telling LA Dead Red that I was like, I don't know, maybe I should practice Caslevania 4 first, because it's been a while and I remember not being very good at it. Oh. Okay, well, we're going to continue, you know, and right back at the beginning of the level. Oh, man. The beginning of the level. Come on. I have gotten to like level 4 on the Wii, so you know, at some point I figured this all out. But you know, when I start jabberjawing, it's not as easy. You know. Oh my God, Eddie! If you shotgun every time I die, you're gonna be dead. Please, let's shotgun every time I continue. And maybe have a nice chug, a little swig every time I die, because I don't want to be responsible for your alcohol poisoning, okay? Because that will happen. I mean, I'm not going to die as much as if I was playing the Super Castlevania or Super Contra game, because that game, forget it. I can't even play that game. But, yeah. All right, we're not going to futz around as much as we did. We're not going to get every single, you know, thing. We're just going to get through this so I don't run out of time. I'm going to kill these skeletons. I like that. I do like going in and out of the doors, though. So. Aha! The bat couldn't get me. I had the power of going into the foreground. Now, why couldn't those Medusa heads be as easy to kill as these bats, you know? Those Medusa heads are tricky. That's right. Simon Belmont, look, he's showing off his legs, you know? He's got his whip. He's a real man, you know? That's what I say. Oh, God. Oh, God. Stupid. All right, here we go. Axe. Ooh. Check it out. Turkey action. For me, it's a turkey, because I feel like in these times, like in sort of the Renaissance fair times, you get a nice big turkey leg when you're out hunting vampires, you know? So that's what I do. Oh, God! Oh, man. I thought I was being smart. Well, that's the other thing, is that there's this weird, like, whip flip you can do, which must have some... I mean, maybe it's just to show off their weird... whip physics that they developed, but I guess it might have some kind of function in the game. I don't know. I certainly find it to be useless, but maybe somebody likes it. Oh, was there a turkey leg in that wall? Oh, forget it. We're just gonna we're gonna say damn the turkey leg, you know? Oh, God, here's the swingy things again. You! Come on. Got him last time. Okay, there we go. Ooh, a nice big turkey leg on that one. Of course, this game was made by Konami, makers of many fine games, including Snatcher, which we started the Corn streams off with, or one of my faves, Silent Hill. I think as far as horror games go, Konami's got a pretty good pedigree with those, with Caslevania and Silent Hill together. Some classics. They made like a couple of sort of third-person action games in the 360 era that were kind of like Devil May Cry or something like that. And I never played them, but I know my buddy Yangus, who gets in the chat sometimes here, he is a big fan of those games. So yeah, maybe one day we'll check those out, see what we think. Use some of this holy water. How about that? Flying horse head? Come on. What sort of drugs are these guys on here, Oh God. Are you... Yangus in the house. We were just talking about you, Yangus. I don't know if you heard that, but I was telling everybody about your love of the Castlevania Lords of Shadows series, the sort of latter-day Castlevania games. Yes. Oh, God. That thing almost fell on me. It would have fallen on me, too. Okay, horses. Got you. Got you. Got you. God, that guy. What? Did you see that? That was bullshit. Great. That's what I need, So how's it going on Friday, everybody? Oh, you're watching Trolls Online with your nieces. Some of the McElroy brothers, if I remember correctly. Okay, here we go. We're back to the Hall of Medusas. We're going to do it this time. Oh, hold on. Aha! Oh, I got cocky. I thought I could do it. Now I don't have the clock. Oh, now I have the clock. What? Boy. Okay, here we go. How many hearts do I have? Only 5? And it takes 5 to take them out. Whoa. Okay, yep. Oh, and I got a nice piece of turkey. Oh, okay. Just run, Daddy. Run, baby. Okay, now I got a knife. That's pretty sweet. Missed. Like a chump. Hey. Simon Belmont loves Limp Bizkit. Oh, how am I supposed to get through here? Well, that was a very annoying segment. I'm sure that's the last time I'll die on one of those things. Boss fight. Okie doke. Oh god. What am I doing, everybody? Okay, I'm out of knives now. Oh, what? Ay. I am a guy in this. Simon Belmont is a very manly guy. All right, time to chug a beer. While the gamer barber is chugging his beer, I'm going to take a sip of ice cold cinnamon iced tea. Well, it was the style of the times. Okay, we're going to continue. I feel like playing the first level all over again. What do you guys think? A buff Xena? Well, I mean, he's more of like, I think he's supposed to be kind of like he as time progressed, he got to be more and more of a beefcake. Like, I think in the first Castlevania, he's a little more, I mean, he's still kind of like a Conan looking guy, but he's not as beefy, in the old thigh area. But, yeah. Okay, we're going to keep going. I can't believe PK's not here. This is like the ultimate PK game. I first learned about it from PK because he had it as a kid. And I did not have a Super Nintendo as a kid, so the last game I played in the series was 3, which came out on regular NES. So, really I didn't play another Castlevania game until Symphony of the Night. So, I didn't play Dracula X Rondo of Blood or whatever either until I got it for the PSP. And, that's a great game, too. I have a bunch of the Game Boy games, and I have a Game Boy player that I could stream from So I might play like Circle of the Moon or one of those kind of Game Boy Advance games that came out. I mean, I have Castlevania, the Game Boy game as well, but that game's a little... It's harder than this game. That game's crazy. It has like big eyeballs that roll around, and it's got like it's got sub weapons that kind of take over your whip too, if memory serves. Like you get like a sword at some point or something, and I don't know, it's been a long time since I've played those on a bus ride to Elko, you know? I hit him? I don't know if he... At least this, they probably put this song on the first level because it's the best song, and they knew you were going to hear it a lot when you got to those damn Medusa heads. I can't believe I got to that ghost horse guy. That's the problem. If you use all your hearts on the Medusa heads, then you're going to be sorry about it later, you know? Yeah, the skeletons are pretty badass. They're still in every single Castlevania, the bone-throwing skeletons, you know? A lot of these things even in like Symphony, like the bats and the Medusa heads. It's all part of the game. Got you. Ooh, that was close. I thought that one a little close. Absolutely, Brian. I do have Double Dragon for the NES, I think. But I definitely have like Streets of Rage and Final Fight. So if he's looking for a nice side-scrolling beat-em-up, I love those kinds of games. I'm a huge fan of Streets of Rage, which is pretty similar to Double Dragon. And if he's never seen it, I would be proud to corrupt young minds and get him into it. But thanks for stopping by, buddy. Let me see here. Somewhere. Is it on here? I got one of your stickers on, I have this case that's covered with stickers. I don't know if it's on there. It might be on the top of my laptop, which I can't show you because you're looking at the webcam right now, but Brian is a great artist, and you should definitely check out his Instagram. He does sort of like cartoony, sort of funny animal stuff, but like slices of life, and with some heart. They have some messages too about coping with life. So definitely check that out if you have the chance. Oh yes, definitely Streets of Rage 2. All the Streets of Rage, I love them all. Like each one has kind of different things about it, but I do agree with you. I think Streets of Rage 2 is sort of where they perfected, it. Great soundtracks, awesome artwork, just total top to bottom great games. If I keep dying here, maybe I'll just switch over to Streets of Rage. What do you guys think? Oh shit, you found some of the old Retro Barber Nintendo Keep It Retro stickers? Hell yes. Maybe one of these days we'll auction one of those babies off. What do you think about that, Let's get out some community merch. Yeah, my buddy Eddie here, he has a series of stickers that he sticks around LA for self-promotion, but they all have kind of like a retro game theme. So if you're ever in LA and you see like a sticker that's like a Nintendo controller, could be one of his. He's out there He's out there getting up, you know, just like Mark Echo. Oh, these damn horses. I don't like it. You know, hopefully after the quarantine is over, I would do some of these streams and play Streets of Rage or something like that with somebody else, you know, because those games are so much about co-op play, I think, that, you know, it would be fun to play with somebody too. So definitely would love to do something like that at some point. All right. Oh God, no. Okay, let's just go here. Nice. Mother pus bucket. I cannot believe that. I didn't even see that thing. Fudge. Fart knocker. Oh well. Damn, I had 73 hearts too. Wasn't such a good spot. And then I got complacent. I got to thinking about the days the quarantine would be over and I could play Streets of Rage with somebody on the couch. Can't do it. I can't get soft. Damn it. Yeah, the Medusa heads, those are a classic enemy. Here. Oh, shit. Okay, stop. Stop them. I used my stopwatch to stop them. Oh, they only take one hit even with the Wimpy Whip? Well, I guess that's kind of balanced considering how cheap they are. Okay, let's get up here. Haha, miss me. How many hits does that take? 4 hits with the shit whip. God, now I have the shit whip? Come on. I can't believe that. That's cheap. Oh, did you see how I moonwalked a little bit there? That was pretty cool. Jump. Okay, don't fall there. Okay, this thing. Damn it. 4 hearts. Oh my god. Haha! Oh no. Okay. Come on. Oh, what's happening here? Yes. You did. Look at that, guys. First level. Complete! Well. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. If it's none other than Shillacount himself. I was just asking where he was, considering that this game is really, you know, in my mind, this is one of his games, you know, so. Now, Keller, I'm glad he didn't sit through that because I had to continue twice on the first level. That was very not great. No, oh God. Don't get grabbed by the purple hands. Don't get grabbed by the invisible swamp thing. Don't get grabbed by the spiders. Man, I don't remember this level at all. Invisible tree monster. Okay. What? I don't know about that game. Wow, I killed that first guy too, not even with the main whip. That's pretty good. Wait, now am I gonna die here? Okay, no. Okay. I think I die on these spikes though. Look at these little hedgehog things. You know? Obviously a Sega homage. These things did not come back in a later game, I don't think. I don't think there's hedgehogs. Oh my god, look at this. This platforming is highly questionable. Look at that. Oh my god, this isn't going to be good. I can already tell you that. That's true. I was more of in the little brother position, just watching Caslevania happening. You know, I never got to experience it for myself. But now I can. Keller's not here to steal the controller away from me, you know? Uh-oh. Stream was a little... just hitching out there for a minute. Looks okay now, though. Okay. Alright, I guess we're going to keep going this way. Look at all that parallax scrolling in the back there. Look at all those multi-tiered... oh, God. Nice. What? Okay, there's a lot going on here, everybody. And I'm not doing great. I'll admit it. Got you, bird. Aha. Keller, maybe you could tell me what's the purpose of this? You know, what's going on here with this stuff? Does that serve a purpose? Skeletons. Oh, deadly frogs. Deadly hedgehogs. Oh man, there's probably some nice turkey down there. Oh, that guy is still hitting me even from here? Come on. Was some nice turkey down there. I was right. You're gonna get it, Buster Brown. All right, I got him. I got him, everybody. You didn't think I could. Pageantry? Oh, okay. You're right. I got to put my head into the mind of a Super Nintendo owner. You know, it was all about the glory of the power of Mode 7 graphics at the time. Oh, come on. 2 of these things? And one of those things? Come on. Let's stop. Let's just stop this tomfoolery already, okay? How about a nice piece of turkey here? No, not the bird. This bird is back? Oh, damn it. Oh, a nice turkey piece. I like that. Level 2's soundtrack, not as good, I don't think, you know? This is not as good as level 1's. I think we can all agree. It's a little more subdued, you know? Damn, am I already in a boss fight already? God. Okay. I don't like that. I gotta get all the way through that level again? Stupid. Fight those dumb birds again? Just put me right back at the beginning of that boss. Is that a mini boss? What the hell? Well, Medusa has to shoot her stone bomb at you. And I dodged a couple of them, but then she hit me with it. Save his life. Hit me with them snacks. Oh, I dropped that watch right on the water, you know? Oh God. Please don't get me, Mr. Frog. Oh. That bird was pretty cheap. I think we all can admit that. That thing was cheap too. Full health. We're going to take this one step at a time. We're not going to hot dog it, okay? Just like Shaq going up to the free throw line, you know? We're going to take our time. We're going to do it right. Just like in practice. You know, when Shaq Diesel gets up there to the free throw line, you know, just got to get out of his head. That's all. No, I don't want that. Come here. I want knives to take care of Medusa. I don't know. Medusa time. Bye. But that wasn't even the end of the level. That was just a mini boss. Look at this. Whoa, now I got a, what's that, a 2 I got? I don't know what that mean. What does that mean? Okay. My guess is that this is going to start. Oh, I see. The flow is reversed. Okay. Okey-doke. No problems. Spikes. Yep, I see those spikes. Not getting me spikes. Some spikes here. Jump those. Jumping these. Okay, all right. I like how those big ass things only take one hit and like the little teeny weeny ghosts take 2. You know? That's creating ludonarrative dissonance for me. Look at that. I beat stage 2. There wasn't even a boss. I guess the mini boss was like in the middle. I think those are not penises. Okay. Those are candles. Oh no, this is like, yes, this is some nice tunes. The Mudmen. Forgot about those guys. You see, the Wii Virtual Console is pretty good. It emulates the slowdown that would happen when you'd have multiple Mudmen on screen. I don't know if you played it on like ZNES or whatever, if that would happen too. Rona bats. Ay ay ay. These are nice bats. These bats are just regular old vampire bats. They're not Rona bats. Oh god, this part. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, you didn't get me, did you? Look at these things that look like Metroids. Pretty suspicious looking. Look at this. How do you like it? Money, 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 money. Gimme, 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 gimme. Now that was pretty cool. See, you can definitely see sort of the prototype, Symphony of the Night stuff going on here. They hadn't quite gotten to that point, but it wouldn't be long before they did. Blast processing, excuse me, is Genesis. If you recall, Genesis does what Nintendo don't. I think we all know that. Look at that slow down. Come here, Mudman. Ooh, that was cutting it close for me. Do those spikes instantly kill you, or I don't want to find out, but my guess is they instantly kill you. Now, is the Retro Barber still alive? I really hope he was not actually chugging a beer each time I died. That wouldn't be great. What? Oh my god. The rocks in here have kind of a Geigery thing going on too, I feel. Yes. Ba, 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 ba. Here's some very Mario-looking enemies. Or I guess Metroid has stuff like that too, huh? Oh, he did? Okay, I didn't see him. That's cool. He was here. He was, one of the first to be on the scene. Not everybody can hang for the whole thing when they start seeing me dying as bad as I am. Okay, I can't go there, so I'm going to have to go this way, so... Aye, aye. Okay, we'll get those, no problem. I think we're getting to another Medusa part, if memory serves. Oh god. Definitely remember this sucking something. Something sucks coming up. And this song has kind of Tori Amos-y thing going on. Come on. Dum dum. I think there's spitting guys in this level. Yeah, the merman. Damn it. I jumped off the edge. Yeah, dudes. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I really liked these guys. Caslevania 2, that was like some of my favorite parts of the game. Shit. What have I done to myself? Fuck, I think I'm fucked now. Nope, okay. What? Eyeballs! Damn. Whoa, I'm just taking a lot of hits. Yes. Dang, that is a jazzy synth line, you know? Can I kill this guy's flames? More of these guys? I hate these guys. Oh, that little jerk. I didn't know he could do that. Cheap. Keep going. Whoa, what the what the All right. Just got to collect my wits here for a second. The merman spitting at me, little jerk. And then the second time I went through, there was like boulders and stuff falling down. What the hell was that? I don't remember that happening the last time I went through. I figured out, by the way, my mic latency problems. For those of you at home who might be streaming with a Focusrite Scarlett, what is it, the Scarlett i2 interface, there's a direct monitor switch, and if you switch it to direct monitor, you can hear your mic back to you directly without any latency that might be added by the interface itself or whatever program you might be listening to. But then you have to turn off your monitor that you have and whatever your broadcasting software is, or else you'll hear a double of yourself. But it is much easier for me to talk to you guys without hearing my own voice echoing back to me a few seconds later than when I'm talking, because that just is like surprisingly hard to talk when you're doing that. Okay, start. Continue. That explains it. Yes. I remember there was something about this level that sucked, and it must be that I got to that merman part and then promptly died and had to go through all that jumping again. Oh man, that sucks. Come on. Well, Red, I think if you like this game, I really think you would like Symphony of the Night and some of the DS and GBA games that are like this, but a little more, I would say, forgiving in terms of the gameplay and stuff like that. Like they're a little less of this kind of arcade style, like continues and jumping, over empty chasms and stuff, and more about like finding cool loot and secrets in the castle, and all the enemies and stuff are the same, and the gameplay itself is also pretty similar with like the whips and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna save myself by getting hit there. That was like a speedrun style move, Get hit at just the right spot. Gotta get good. Oh yeah, it could be a mer person. I don't know. I was assuming that if it was a mer lady, in Japan, it would be pretty obvious it was if you follow my meaning. Oh my god, you see that? That was weak. Those rocks hurt me. I'm gonna deal with that. How about a nice big old turkey piece? Too bad Rob Smash isn't here anymore to see me eat that turkey. He was very excited about the turkey in this game. When I gotta pick a game that I'm actually good at. This is just painful for everybody. Hey, Yangus, how is Trolls? Is it good? You gotta admit, I wasn't interested in seeing it myself, but maybe it'll be good. Oh wait, Rob is back? Did he see me eat the turkey? Oh man, Rob Smash, I don't know if you missed it, but I just ate a turkey. A big, huge turkey. This is a battle skirt, I'll have you know. It's very manly. Oh god. Oh, for fuck's sake. I got distracted by the chat. Next thing I know, I'm getting stalactites falling on my head, everything, I don't need it. Well, there's some mud men. I would like to. All right, we're gonna play it cool here, everybody. Now we're back to the moody Toriyama style piano music. God, I did so good through here last time. I know I'm going to fuck it up this time. I got greedy. That's what you get. Very excited. We got our Costco order today, so we got replenished on pickles. You know, all the little things that in quarantine make the day better. Snacks, you know? I think that for Simon, you know, his kilt it's utilitarian. I mean, look at his beefy thighs, you know? He doesn't want to have any pants down there chafing him, you know? He's got to keep those things free. No. That's the tricky swing. That swing I don't like. I don't like having to do it more than once. No. Oh, well, I guess yes. And that's the other thing about Symphony of the Night. When you pick up a super weapon, it pops your old weapon out. So you want to go back and pick it up, you can. A battle skort? That's probably it. You're right. I even want to know what that was. No, don't do it. Don't be a fool, Simon. Leave it behind. This is a tricky jump, too. What the hell? I'm not falling for it, Swing. I'm not going that way. I'm about to go deal with the Mer people. So, forget you. Okay, got that Mer person. Got him. Almost fell in the water. Oh. Ah. Come on. Get that Mer person. Okay, this is getting intense, everybody. Okay. Got the eyeball thing is dead. Oh man, listen to that the jazzy bass. Come on. He gave me that this time? What the hell? Man, listen to this soundtrack. Maybe we can find a safe place to sit. Nope, I can't. Cannot find a safe place to sit and listen to this jazzy soundtrack. Are you playing Final Fantasy VII right now? Tifa's the one that wears like suspender pants like Mickey Mouse, right? The music for this game was composed by a lady, I think, if memory serves. Let's see. Caslevania IV composer. We're just going to do some live research, you know? No, I was wrong. It's the music for Castlevania IV was composed by Masanori Adachi and Taro Kudo. So there you go. You see, you know? They wanted to make the environmental Super Castlevania IV more interactive, and they were proud of how the game's sound effects and music contributed to the atmosphere. Akumaju Dracula Best 2, in a compilation with Castlevania The Adventure and Castlevania 2, was released in June 2017. I don't know what that has to do with the other paragraph, but that's what it says on Wikipedia. So there's a little info for you there. Oh, this is the part where the sneaky guy is going to try to get me. Nope. I like how funky this is. This is good. It has that like kind of upright bass sound almost, you know. I don't know how well that comes through on the screen. Whoa, what was that? Cool. Should I be going this way? Is there a different way to go? What's over here? Should I just leave? No, I can't just leave. Okay. I was going the right way. I guess I figured out what the floppy whip was for. Oh my god, another floppy whip? Oh, I know. I think they gave you one. They were like, hey, oh, Caslevania, you did it to me again with your sneaky tricks. No, you're not going to get me. Ha ha ha. Look at the water coming off of him. That's pretty cool. Just like Lara Croft coming out of the water, you know? You went with mature? No. I would have gone adventurous or whatever, you know? Yeah, I guess I did. I thought that there was a lady composer on all the Castlevanias all the way back to the beginning, but that was a mistaken thought. Okay, a little closer. What the heck? Alright, we gotta do this fast, everybody. No joking around. We joked around. You think it'll regenerate? Probably not. Simon, come on, buddy. Well, that's shit. How am I supposed to do that? I can't even turn around fast enough. I like that, whatever that is. Yay! Oh. You know, Rob Smash was right. This game is pretty frustrating. Cheap deaths is what I'm saying. You know? Die skeleton dragon. Can't do that because then I catch that. What? Whoa. That sucked. Oh, did you see that? It was like a skeleton swordsman. Going backwards up the steps. That's... I didn't know you could do that. Oh. What in the literal fuck? Ay. Let's see what the password is for this. You know? No, let's see what the password is and write it down like we would have when we were young kids. Also use this scrap of paper. Password. Oh my god. X. Blank. Hurt. Bottle. There we go. There we go. So that's Caslevania 4. You know, I've continued like 4 or 5 times. We got to level 4. I'm pretty happy with it. We streamed for about an hour and a half, and I think that's a good place to stop before my frustration level gets to be too high, you know? But I also have Castlevania 2 on the Wii. I have Circle of the Moon and a couple other Game Boy Advance Castlevanias. And I also have Castlevania Adventure, which was the original Game Boy Castlevania. So maybe I'll stream some of those too, because I know that Red is liking Castlevania, and I would like to take the opportunity to show her some more. I think that'd be fun. But let me know what your favorite Castlevania game was, in the chat. Was it 4? Like, shill account? Was it Castlevania 2? Which was my favorite, or Symphony of the Night. I don't know. Or like Yangus, maybe you like the ones that came out on PS3 and Xbox, or maybe you're like insane and you like Castlevania 64 or some of the weird PlayStation 2 games that came out that were very horrible. I don't know anybody that likes those, but maybe you do. I don't know. I'd like to do another. Yeah. See. Oh, yeah, that's right, Red. You weren't here when I started the stream, but I played this at the beginning of the stream. This is the opening cutscene where it talks about, the history of the game and the Belmonts fighting the vampires. Maybe after that tonight, me and Red are going to watch the Castlevania anime, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, you're right, Shill Account. Symphony of the Night is pretty hard to argue with. It's a great game. It's one of the greatest games ever made. It's definitely, objectively speaking, like in my top 10 games for sure. But, nostalgia plays a part in the retro game Corn stream. And for that reason, Castlevania 2 has to be considered, It's one of the few games I legitimately played through all the way on my original Nintendo Entertainment System. And I'm sitting right here next to a big shelf full of old video game magazines, and I'd like to start digging those out a little bit during the Corn stream and talking about what people were saying about these games at the time, because I think over time that kind of stuff, changes, how we feel. So definitely Yangus Castlevania 2 is going to come into play at some point. Obviously, I think we should play Symphony of the Night at some point as well. But I really felt, for the purposes of the Corn stream and like playing something for a couple of hours, I really felt like Super Castlevania IV was the way to go. Wow. Finished it the first day you bought it. Unlikely unless you had a Nintendo Power, because there were some sneaky secrets in that, But maybe, Shill Account is bragging that he finished it the first day he bought it. But he did have a history of doing that as a kid, which I did not. As you can see, as you've been watching, I'm very bad at classic platforming. So that's it, Well, I almost played Military Madness, but Red has been very excited to see me play Castlevania, so I had to work that into the rotation for, the little lady, the love of my life, the apple of my eye, I'm her number one fan, and so I wanted to do that for her, but then also to choose Castlevania 4 in honor of my bro PK and all the times we had living together and, watching him play, well, among other things, Castlevania. Yeah, that's right. Well, hold on a sec. Let's take a little tour of what we have available. Let's see if I can do this while I stay on the mic. So we're gonna go back to the Wii menu. Nope. Hold on, everyone. Man, it looks a lot better on the TV than it does on my screen here. Maybe I should figure out a way to play this while watching the actual TV. I don't know. We'll see. Come on. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Let's see if I can navigate this. I got a lot of Virtual Console games, so I'm going to give you guys a little taste of what we could be experiencing here. So let's go. So of course we got some classics. We got some Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, Super Mario World. But I also have these games on SNES, so I don't know if I would play them on. I have the All Stars. Bubble Bobble, of course, a stone cold classic, and but it would be sad to play it by myself. So maybe if you guys are nice, we can get Red to join me in a stream, and her and I can play Bubble Bobble together. That would be pretty fun. Punch Out, of course, that'd be a fun stream. I don't think I can get all the way to Mike Tyson though. I know before he says it, I know Shill account definitely can do that. So. Don't worry about that. What else we got here? We got Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. So those could get played. Ghouls and Ghosts, which is a classic, obviously, but also a game I'd be very bad at. Golden Axe, again, another game I'd like to play with somebody at some point. Zelda and what is this? Link's Awakening, I think. I can't read it on this screen, but it's the Super Nintendo Zelda. ActRaiser, Magician Lord for Neo Geo, Caslevania 2, Gunstar Heroes, another classic. Although I have this on I have it on something else that I think like Xbox 360 or something, and so it might be better in HD than streaming it from the Wii. Splatterhouse, which everyone here is familiar with. Contra 3, which would be, just basically me for 2 hours dying within the first 30 seconds of the game. Shining Force, which is a classic RPG. I'd love to play that someday. Although I have this on Sega CD, so I would probably play the Sega CD version of that. Phantasy Star 2, another great Genesis RPG. Last Ninja for the C64, Yeah, but Shill account, if I was going to play Contra 3, I mean, that's definitely, I feel like that's a co-op. I feel like maybe that's a post-quarantine, 2 people on the couch, some ice cold chubs, that kind of thing. Super Star Wars, Super Metroid, both great. Dungeon and Explorer. I almost streamed this one tonight. Military Madness. I love this game. This is one of my favorite games. It's so great. Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, although I have other ways to play this in higher res. Secret of Mana. What's this? The Wii U transfer tool. And I guess that's it for the Wii. So definitely some contenders. I saw a lot of people saying they would want to see Ghouls and Ghosts, which I could definitely take a crack at, although it's going to be hard for me to talk about that at the same time. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think Shill account is kind of right. Like I don't necessarily, I'm not excited about streaming something that's like that everybody knows, like Super Metroid. I mean, even Caslevania 4 is a little iffy. But really any of these would be great. So look forward to that. Speedrun Ghouls and Ghosts. We'll see about that. But these are the possibilities on the Wii. I also have like a mini Nintendo, and I have a bunch of other stuff. So someday I'd like to give a tour of the Geek Cave, which would give people an idea of what other games I have, and we could take it from there. Here's the beautiful sounds of the Wii. I need to get an RF adapter, an RF to RCA or RF to AV adapter before I can stream the ColecoVision or the Ataris or anything like that, but I would like to do that. Whoa, Necro Lobster's here? Well. Sneaking in right at the buzzer, Yeah, maybe Sunday I'll try to stream in the middle of the day because I have some friends on the East Coast that have told me they'd like to get here, but it's too late for them. So because they have kids and stuff. So maybe on Sunday I'll do an afternoon stream starting at about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and we'll do a Geek Cave tour and then we'll sit down and play some. I don't know if I'm ready for Ghouls and Ghosts. That it would be difficult, but maybe we'll start with Ghouls and Ghosts, and then we'll see where we go from there. So that'll be fun, and then we could talk a little bit about Ghosts and Goblins and all the other great games in that series. And I'll try to do some research on who the composer was and who the developer was, so that I can tell, Shillicon he'll be ready with the questions. Yes, I agree. Streets of Rage, I would love to play those. So those are definitely getting played at some point, for sure. Streets of Rag, I love it. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm sorry I did not give everybody a better heads up. This stream kind of happened at the last minute, but I appreciate you all being here. Thanks for swinging by the Corn stream. I am happy to share this with you, and thanks for tuning in on a Friday night. And yeah, that's it. Stay healthy, stay happy. If you are quarantining alone, just remember that I'm thinking of you, and I hope that you're getting through this okay, and I'm glad to share this with you. So we'll see you again on Sunday for some we'll start with some Ghouls and Ghosts, and then maybe we'll transition to Streets of Rage or something like that. Yeah, that's about it. All right, everybody, good night, happy Friday. Have an enjoyable rest of the evening, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.